Assalamualaikum and a very good day to our lecturer and fellow classmates. My name is Siti Sarah binti SAHIMIE. Today, our group will be presenting an article review entitled The Relationship Between Work Stress, Burnout, Job Satisfaction, Employee Well-being, Work-Life Balance, and Turnover Intention across various occupational sectors. This review analyzes 10 journal articles from different sectors, including healthcare, education, higher education institution, SME, and hospitality industries. In today's working environment, organizations are facing increasing challenge in retaining talented employees. Employees are expected to manage heavy workload, meet performer targets, adapt to organizational change, and balance their personal and professional responsibilities. As a result, many employees experience work stress and burnout, which may actually lead to job dissatisfaction and turnover intention. Employee turnover has become a serious issue because it affects organizational productivities, increasing recruitment costs, reducing serving quality, and disrupt organizational performance. Therefore, to understanding the factor that influence employee attention to stay or leave is essential for both research and practitioner. This article review aims to provide a comprehensive understanding of the relationship between work stress, burnout, job satisfaction, employee well-being, work-life balance, self-efficiency, quiet quitting, and turnover intention based on findings from the 10 selected studies.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Mohammed AIMIEAMIR bin Mohammed Ibrahim. Next, I will explain the objective of this article review. The overall objectives of this review is to analyze and synthesize findings from 10 selected articles related to the employee well-being and turnover intention across the different occupational sectors. Specifically, this review has 7 objectives. First, to identify key workplace issues discussed in the article, including work stress, burnout, job satisfaction, employee well-being, work-life balance, self-efficacy, quiet quitting, and turnover intention. These issues are commonly faced by the employees and have significant effect on the organizational performance. Second, to analyze the relationship between work stress, burnout, turnover intention. The review examines how work-related stress can lead to burnout and eventually increase employee intention to leave their organization. Third, to examine the role of the protective factor such as a job satisfaction, employee well-being, work-life balance, self-efficacy, job security, and financial dependency. This factor may help employees cope better with the workplace challenge and reduce the negative effect of stress. Fourth, to compare findings from the local and international studies. This comparison helps us understand whether workplace issues are similar across the different countries, industry, and organizational settings. Fifth, to identify the theories, model, and research methodologies used in the previous study. Understanding this approach allows us to see how researchers explain employee behavior and the workplace outcome. 6. To identify limitation and the research gap in the existing literature. This is important because it provides direction for the future research to conduct a more comprehensive studies. Finally, to provide a practical implication and recommendation for the organization to improve employee well-being, reduce burnout, increase job satisfaction, and strengthen employee retention. Overall, this objective help provide a comprehensive understanding of the factors that influence employee well-being and their intention to remain or leave an organization. The finding can also assist manager and organization in developing more effective workplace strategy.
Assalamualaikum and very good day to everyone. My name is ISMAIL, matric number 2023-69778. The title of our presentation is High Work Stress Leading to Burnout and Turnover. For my part, I will be presenting two main sections. The first section is the identification of the issue, and the second section is the analysis of the issue. The article by Depari et al. 2025 highlights the high prevalence of burnout among primary healthcare workers in Johor Bahru. The article also stressed that burnout among healthcare workers in Malaysia lack proper attention and screening. The second article by Tan and Saluddin 2025 focuses on turnover intention among SME employees in Johor. The main issue is that SME often prioritize performance and productivity while giving less attention to employee well-being and work-life balance. The third article by Nur Shakirah and Sahlan 2025 focuses on burnout and intention to quit among primary school teachers. The teachers face increasing pressure such as curriculum change, administrative workload, data management, student achievement demands, and changing education policies. Fourth article by Ahmad et al. 2023 examines job satisfaction, job stress, and turnover attention among academic staff in public universities. Academic staff face multiple duties such as teaching, research, supervision, publication, grants, and administrative work, which can increase stress and reduce job satisfaction. This article by Chettu et al. Focuses on occupational stress among nurses at Sultan Ahmad Zahir Hospital in Terengganu. Nurses face heavy workload, shift work, lack of rest, time pressure, and emotional demands in patient care. Sixth article by Chan and Bataho 2024 discusses burnout and quiet quitting among working women in a higher education institution in Selangor. The main issue is that working women, especially married women, face the challenge of balancing work and family responsibility, which may lead to emotional exhaustion and burnout. The article by Umrin et al. Focuses on job stress, burnout, and turnover intention among hospitality workers. These employees often face high stress due to customer interaction, heavy workload, irregular hours, low pay, job insecurity, and emotional demand. The eighth article by Hang et al. Focuses on workload, emotional demands, burnout, and turnover intention among preschool teachers in Taiwan. Preschool teachers face pressure such as managing children, communicating with parents, caregiving duties, resource shortage, low pay, and limited career opportunities. An article by Pei et al. 2024 discussed work stress, burnout, self-efficacy, and turnover intention among university teachers in China. University lecturers face pressure from teaching, research, performance appraisal, promotion requirement, and change in higher education system. The 10th article by T et al. 2026 focused on work stress, job satisfaction, burnout, and turnover intention among ICU nurses in China. ICU nurses face high pressure from caring critically ill patient, performing high-risk procedures, dealing with patient death, shift work, limited resource, and communication challenges. Overall, the 10 articles show that the main issue of work stress, burnout, and turnover intention. Burnout often results from high workload, work pressure, and emotional demands. Therefore, work stress and burnout should be viewed as organizational issues that require serious management attention. Now, I will move to the second part, which is the analysis of issues. Based on the 10 articles analyzed, work stress, burnout, and turnover intention are common issues across different sectors. The first major issue is that work-related stress is the main cause of many workplace problems. Across sectors, employees face different sorts of stress, such as heavy workload, administrative duties, emotional demands, shift work, customer interaction, and job insecurity. In healthcare, stress comes from patient care and clinical responsibility. In education, it comes from teaching, administration, and performance demand. Therefore, organizations need to identify the specific cause of stress in their own workplace instead of treating work stress as a general issue. Second major issue is burnout, which is psychological effect of prolonged work stress. Burnout is linked to emotional exhaustion, depersonalization, and low personal accomplishment. When employees are burnt out, they may feel drained, demotivated, and disconnected from their work. This can affect service quality, teaching performance, employee commitment, and increase the intention to leave. Therefore, burnout should be seen as a serious organizational issue, not merely as an individual weakness. The third issue is turnover intention, which refers to employee intention to leave the organization or profession. Although it does not always lead to actual resignation, it is an early warning sign of possible employee turnover. High turnover intention can reduce commitment, productivity, and engagement, while actual turnover can cause staff shortage, higher recruitment costs, loss of experienced workers, and operational disruption. Therefore, turnover intention should be seen not only as an employee issue, but also as a management and organizational performance issue. The fourth issue is the role of protective factors such as job satisfaction, employee well-being, and work-life balance. These factors can reduce the negative effect of work stress and help employees remain in the organization. Employees who are satisfied, mental healthy, and able to balance work with personal life are more likely to stay committed and motivated. Therefore, employee retention is not only about salary, but also about feeling supported, valued, balanced, and satisfied at work. The fifth issue is the role of self-efficiency, job security, and financial dependency. Self-efficiency help employees manage stress better and reduce the risk of burnout. Job security is also important because uncertainty about employment can increase stress and turnover intention. However, some employees may remain in their job despite burnout due to financial dependency, family responsibilities, or limited job opportunities. Therefore, turnover intention is influenced not only by stress and burnout, but also by economic and personal circumstances. Big issue is quiet quitting, where employees remain in the organization but reduce their effort, commitment, and engagement. Unlike turnover intention, employees do not physically leave but psychologically withdraw from work. This can reduce productivity, teamwork, innovation, and service quality. The study by Chan and Bataho show that quiet quitting is not caused by burnout alone, but may also be influenced by poor leadership, lack of recognition, low motivation, organizational culture, and limited career development. To conclude my part, the 10 articles show that high work stress can lead to burnout and turnover intention across sectors. Burnout is a major psychological effect of prolonged stress, while turnover intention becomes an important organizational concern. Organization must manage workload, support employee well-being, improve leadership, and create a healthier work environment.
Okay, hi, Assalamualaikum everyone. First of all, thank you to our lecturer and fellow classmates for being here today. My name is MOHAMMED ALIF bin Zainuddin and my metric number is 2024345049. I am currently a Part 5 student pursuing Bachelor in Business Management, Human Resource Management at University Teknologi Mara, Cawangan Perlis, Campus Arau. So today I will present the current solution proposed in recent research article related to burnout, job stress, employee well-being, and the turnover intention across different occupational sector. So based on the review studies, a common theme can be observed. Most of the article suggests that organization needs to address burnout and turnover intention not only after employee decide to leave, but at an earlier stage when stress, emotional exhaustion, and dissatisfaction begin to appear. Firstly, according to Dapari ETAL 2025, the best solution is to provide health education programs on burnout for primary healthcare workers. The study found that burnout is a common problem, but many healthcare organizations still do not have a proper screening or intervention programs. So the health education module on burnout syndrome can help employees to improve their knowledge, coping skills, and the self-confidence in handling work stress. As a result, they will be better prepared to manage stress and reduce the risk of burnout. Next, Tan and Salahuddin 2025 suggested that small and medium-sized enterprise or SME should focus more on employee well-being and work-life balance. Their study found that employees are less likely to leave their job when they have a good work-life balance, feel supported at workplace. So to achieve this, organizations should introduce flexible working arrangement, reduce job stress, improve communication, and create a healthier work environment. So moving forward, in the education sector, Nur Shakirah and Shahlan 2025 suggested providing emotional support and better workload management to reduce burnout among primary school teachers. The study found that emotional exhaustion is the main reason teachers want to leave their job. Therefore, schools should provide psychological support, reduce unnecessary administrative work, and share responsibilities more fairly. This action can improve teacher well-being and help them provide better quality teaching for their students. Similarly, Ahmad ETAL 2023 found that job satisfaction and work pressure affect turnover intention among academic staff. The study suggested that universities should improve job satisfaction by recognizing employee contributions, providing career development opportunity, offering better organizational support, and ensuring a fair distribution of workload. This action can encourage academic staff to stay with the organization. In the healthcare sector, Chiku ETAL 2024 suggested that hospital management should identify nurses who are at risk of leaving and provide them a support they need. This can be done by reducing job stress, improving the work environment, providing a supervisor support, creating a fair work schedule, and increasing job satisfaction. These solutions are important because they can reduce nurse turnover and help maintain high quality patient care. Chan and Batahong 2024 study quiet quitting among women working in higher education institutions. Although burnout was not directly linked to quiet quitting, many employees experience emotional exhaustion. The study suggested improving work-life balance, giving employees more job autonomy, providing social support, increasing motivation, and creating a positive work environment. This action can help employees stay engaged and motivated at work. In the hospitality sector, Ungaran ETAL 2024 suggested that organizations should reduce work pressure, improve job security, and provide fair rewards to employees. They also recommended managing workload, offering clear employment contracts, and strengthen supervisor support. This solution can reduce burnout, lower turnover intention, and encourage employees to stay with the organization. Hung ETAL 2025 focused on preschool teachers and found that heavy workloads and emotional demands increase burnout and the intention to leave. The study suggested that schools should reduce unnecessary non-teaching tasks, provide enough teaching resources, support teachers when dealing with parents, and offer emotional management training. This solution can reduce burnout and help teachers to stay in their job. Moving forward to Pay ETAL 2024 found that self-efficacy help employees handle work pressure more effectively. The study suggested that universities should provide a fair workload, offer professional development opportunity, and help lecturers to build confidence in their work. This action can reduce burnout, improve job performance, and lower turnover intention. Finally, GETAL 2026 suggests that intervention for ICU nurses should focus on reducing job stress, increasing job satisfaction, and preventing burnout. The study showed that job satisfaction and burnout mediate the relationship between job stress and turnover intention. Therefore, hospitals need evidence-based intervention that address workload, organizational support, shift scheduling, ICU work environment, and nurses' professional development.
Based on the finding from the 10 article review, our group would like to propose several practical recommendations that organizations can implement to reduce work stress, minimize burnout, and improve employee retention. First, organizations should establish comprehensive employee wellness program. The study review showed that burnout is a major issue affecting employees across various sectors. Therefore, organizations should provide mental health support, counseling service, stress management program, and resilient building activities. This initiative can help employees manage workplace challenge more likely and improve their overall well-being. Second, organizations should regularly monitor employee workload. Many of the study identified exceed workload as one of the main causes of work stress and burnout. Managers should ensure that responsibilities are distributed fairly and that employees are not overwhelmed by unrealistic expectations. Effective workload management can reduce stress and improve job satisfaction. Third, organizations should promote work-life balance through flexible working arrangement. Flexible working hour and family-friendly policy can help employees balance their professional and personal responsibilities. The review found that employees who experience better work-life balance are less likely to develop turnover intention and more likely to remain committed to their organization. The fourth recommendation is to strengthen leadership and managerial support. Managers should receive training in communication, emotional intelligence, and employee engagement. Supportive leadership helps employees feel valued, motivated, and appreciated, which can reduce burnout and improve workplace morale. Finally, organizations should foster a supportive organizational culture and recognize employee contribution. Employees who feel respect and appreciate are more likely to remain engaged and loyal to organization. Recognize can come in many forms including reward, career development opportunities, and positive feedback from supervisor.
Moving forward to research gap, the 10th article also reveals several research gaps. Most studies use a cross-sectional design, self-report questionnaire, limited samples, and focus on a specific organization, region, or sector. This limitation reduces the ability to prove cause and effect and generalize the findings. Therefore, future research should use longitudinal studies, mixed method, wider samples, and more comprehensive models involving mediator and moderator. So, thank you.
To conclude, the findings from this article review clearly demonstrate the work stress and burnout are major factors influencing the employee intention to leave their organization across the various sectors. The review also highlights that protective factors such as job satisfaction, employee well-being, work-life balance, self-efficacy, and organizational support play an important role in reducing the turnover intention and improving the employee retention. Therefore, organizations should focus not only on performance and productivity, but also on creating a supportive work environment that promotes employee well-being and job satisfaction. By investing in an effective workplace strategy, organizations can reduce the burnout, improve the employee commitment, and build a healthier and a more sustainable workforce. Overall, this review provides a valuable insight for the organization to understanding the factors that influence employee well-being and turnover retention.